best wherever he may be right now, obviously. Okay, meanwhile, over in the NFC, the top seed can be secured by New Orleans today with a win against the Steelers. And, man, would that really send the Steelers into a possible tailspin because they'd be on the outside looking in Week 17. Huge game in the Superdome. But, Dee, take it away.
Well, Rich, it's Saints defensive end Cam Jordan who generates all the attention, not just for what he says, but for the 12 sacks. But it's not just his 12 sacks. Sheldon Rankins has 8. 4 other players have 4 sacks apiece. And when I talked to Steelers left tackle Al Villanueva this week, he said that's what jumps off of tape, the waves of pass rushers that the Saints have. But now in Ben Roethlisberger today, the Saints have a different kind of challenge. Roethlisberger is the fastest at getting rid of the ball in the NFL. And Rankins told me the key today will be to not get frustrated. He said at some point, Roethlisberger will have to go to his second or triple pump. And he said that's when we'll take him down. Rich?
All right, Aditi, thanks very much. So the AFC playoff picture, if the Steelers lose today, then the Ravens would be in that 4 spot. And then the Titans would be in that 6 spot. And the Steelers would be on the outside looking in, and it would make Titans-Colts Week 17 a win-and-in scenario for the 6th seed, leaving the Steelers' only path to the playoffs, a home win against Cincinnati, and then hoping Baker Mayfield beats the Ravens in Baltimore, Steve.
All right, Rich, thanks. I love your passion in that last segment, man. You were awesome. Came off script and everything else. Good job. All right, Steve Smith.
Yes.
I ask you, are the Steelers contenders again?
I believe they are.
5-1.
I believe they are. If they stay aggressive, if they not really put a lot of the weight on Ben Roethlisberger, run the ball, right? Go to AB, go to Juju, Vance, Jesse James, the outlaw, right? And then also, too, one guy that I really studied that really showed up is Joe Hayden, the Joe Hayden of old. He was in the run game, picking passes off. They had a lot of communication errors beginning, not this time, right? And then Joe played so well. It reminded me back in the day when I used to have to watch film, have to call my wife, hey, babe, I got to watch film. I'm having dinner at work because this is going to be a big week. That's the way Joe Hayden played, and it was remarkable. He had an incredible game.
You weren't scared of Joe Hayden, were you?
I didn't say I was scared. I was studying film.
You were studying him, okay.
Only fear God.
Okay, he was pretty good. You know, and the Steelers, they beat the Patriots, Rich, last week, didn't they?
Yes,
but
they
you know what?
did.
They had a couple clunkers now. They lost at Oakland, which was a big loss for them. But this team, the Steelers, they're a funny team. They're in the top 10 in both. You said they got to run the ball.
Yes.
You know what? They're 30th in rushing. And because James Conner left, Bell's gone, James Conner's not playing, that's a concern. Too much on Ben's arms, thrown for 318 yards a game. But we'll see in the Dome against the Saints. It's going to be a great game. Let me send it back to you, Rich.
All right, Steve, I don't